I got Dashi going on in the background and shit, but probably like I'm watching his new Mario Odyssey episode, stuff like that. But that's not why we're here for. We're here to talk about Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie. And I probably should have set this up beforehand. How do I want to do this? Hello, Angry Sponge. But how do I want to do this? Very bad connection, I know. It's like... Oh, I got it. That ain't gonna work. We're getting the stream set up, guys, so give it a minute. Hello. I really should have set this up beforehand. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I usually have an eraser for this, but I don't know where it is. I'm just sitting here pondering about life, wondering how I'm going to do this, so... Like, here's a fun drinking game. Take a shot every time I say, how am I going to do this? Do this. Let's see. Oh, I got it. Let me put the shit right here. Oh, fuck. I always knew I'd find a use for these pet rocks sooner or later. Besides being one of the main characters on my channel. I know, very bad connection. I need something flat. Like, oh, these amiibo cards. And another thing, I always thought I'd find use for these amiibo cards, like, sooner or later. Please work. It ain't gonna work. Shot. I can hear you, Sponge. I hear you. Very bad connection. Yes, I see. Jesus Christ. This is why I don't stream. Still got one viewer. The one thing I hate about mobile streaming is if you shake the phone around, the stream starts glitching out. How do I want to do this? Hello, Professor Fox. Thank you for joining in the stream. It'll work. Probably not, but it'll work. Yeah, that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Never mind. I always figured I'd find use for this limited edition Super Smash Bros. Soundtrack eventually. I'm not gonna... What gave you the idea I was dabbing? I was literally just getting my stuff. Also, I lost some of my amiibo cards, so that might be a problem. Okay. I think I know how. I need to make like a flat surface. So I'll be right back. Oh wait, I'm not this will work. Will that work? Yeah. If we... I'm stupid. Like, severely stupid. Yeah, that'll work. I just need to pile it up a little more. We've been going at this for 5 minutes already? Wow. Time flies by when you're doing absolutely nothing. And I have no viewers. That lost me all my viewers. Like that 5 minutes lost me my viewers. Yeah, and if we move it over a little bit. There, it looks just like a normal video. Alright, so that never happened. Anyway, hey guys. We're starting this with 0 viewers because of that whole, like, thing I just did, but... Anyway, hey guys. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, I bet you're wondering why I'm doing this live, and... Hello, Shadow Sare Guards. Thank you for joining us in the stream. And I bet you're wondering why I'm doing this live. Well, it's because I didn't want to do this scripted because I wanted to get my full, like, complete understanding of this movie. I watched the movie beforehand. Before the stream, I watched the movie. And this is going to be basically a live review of Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie. And you're wondering why I'm doing this live. Well, there are 2 reasons. One, I just explained that I want to get, like, my full unscripted reaction to this movie because, well, unscripted reviews I find a little better because you see that they're, what's it called, like a normal viewer like you and not just like some corporate money hog. And 2, my computer is officially broken, so I'm going to have an announcement video on the channel soon enough, but basically what you need to know is the channel is about to go on a really, really, really long hiatus. And we'll have streams here and there, but it will be a while before a normal video actually comes out because my computer's broken. Not the computer, but the charger, and I have to wait till I get a new charger. And if you don't know, the computer is what I use to edit on, and I edit on Windows Movie Maker and some different video editor that I forgot what it was called. But we're gonna have to basically subject ourselves to streams, and that's pretty much about it. And I'll live stream here and there, but how's my stream doing? What? Oh god, that's very low quality. Oh god, that's very low quality. That's very low quality. Anyway, we're gonna mute that. See, it looks so much better on the phone, but on the TV, it's probably... I don't know what that is. Anyway, let's dive right into this review of Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie, and feel free to talk along with me in the chat if you have, like, different feelings or the same feelings or something like that. Also, please tell me if my audio's fine or if, like, the video's if the video's glitching up or there's something wrong with the video, like, audio-wise or something like that. Please feel free to tell me. I have the stream going on my TV right now, so I'll be able to, like, figure out what's wrong with it. Anyway, let's dive deep into this review. So, I think we should talk about the bad stuff first, because if you talk about the bad stuff first, you get... The last taste in your mouth will be good instead of the initial taste being first, but the ending is just being bad. Sort of like Samurai Jack Season 5. So we'll start with the bad stuff first. So my main gripe with this movie was the time and the runtime pretty much. It felt too short. And I know that sounds spoiled coming from a hardcore Hey Arnold fan, saying that the movie we've been waiting for almost 15 years being too short sounds a little spoiled, but trust me on this one. Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie was way too short. Its runtime was 2 hours, but the actual movie length was about an hour and 15, maybe 20 minutes. Good, especially for a TV movie. It felt like an actual theatrical movie, and it seriously felt like a better theatrical movie than what Hey Arnold the movie was. However, it still was too short. I believe that Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie's runtime should have been 2 hours and 30 minutes or 3 hours if you want to take a stretch a little. And then the actual length of the movie should have been an hour and 30 minutes or an hour and 45 minutes. Because there are some parts in the movie where it feels like it should have lasted longer. For example, and once again, this is going to be a completely spoiler-filled movie, so if you have not seen Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, I suggest you go watch it. And there's probably not going to be a single legal way you can watch it, and we're going to dive into that later into this review. So there's this one scene, it's around the beginning of the movie where they're first in the jungle. This Eduardo guy, which is later revealed to be La Sombra, the main antagonist of the film, is talking with Arnold, and he's basically saying that he's the chosen one, and if you want, we can, when we upriver, you and I can go look for the green-eyed people, and maybe we can find out what happened to your lost parents, because this Eduardo wants to find his best friends, and Arnold wants to find his parents, and so basically, he finds, like, the amulet, and then, like, La Sombra, like, not Eduardo basically tricks Arnold, saying, like, La Sombra's after him, so we don't worry the others, we won't tell them, and that amulet is gonna definitely put them in danger, but they decide to keep it a secret. Literally 5 seconds later, we get a scene with Gerald and Arnold. It's nighttime. It was daytime when that conversation happened, and it's nighttime. Like 5 seconds later, and Gerald's like questioning Arnold, saying, "Why are you keeping secrets from me all of a sudden?" Like, that scene probably could have had a bit more, because that was literally 5 seconds between the two scenes. We should have had, like, some scenes with, like, for example, Arnold being a little, like, pushy, like, Gerald notices he's sad, and like, "What's wrong, dude?" And like, nothing. Like, we should have had scenes like that, but instead of, like, 5 seconds later, we get a scene with Gerald questioning him for keeping secrets from him. That's one of the main reasons the movie should have been longer. Another reason the movie should have been longer is the ending. I love the ending. I cried twice in the third act, but it could have been longer. It felt rushed. Like, the reunion between Arnold and his parents felt a little casual. Like, they were asleep for 9 years. And when they wake up and see their baby boy who they haven't seen in 9 years, and they've known they've been asleep, they just, "Hey, Arnold." They don't question that he's 9 years old. They don't question how big he's gotten. And they don't question that he hasn't seen them in forever, and they know he's been traumatized all these years. And it's just a casual meetup, and I felt like that scene could have been a bit more powerful, as well as the love between Helga and Arnold, which could have been expanded upon more instead of just like this zing thing, Hotel Transylvania zing thing, in like when they're hanging off a cliff and they basically accepting their fate, and that's when Arnold finally falls in love with Helga, and they're looking at each other with like these zing. If you've seen Hotel Transylvania, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen that movie, the zing eyes, you know what I'm talking about. Just that happens in an instant. That could have been expanded upon, and basically Arnold dodged out of the question. And we don't know if Hey Arnold the movie is canon anymore. Like, it's like that never happened. But I guess you could argue at the end of the movie, you could say that Arnold and Helga decide that, like, we'll just pretend that never happened. That whole rooftop scene with them kissing, like hurtful kissing, like, I felt that looks like it hurt Arnold. Like, that never happened. But you could also argue that in the episode April Fool's Day, they're full aware of each other's feelings, except for Helga towards Arnold. But Arnold is completely aware of Helga's feelings toward him, and they're acting like it's a big surprise. But basically, the idea I'm trying to get at is the movie could have been way longer. That's not way longer, just long enough to make these scenes not feel rushed. That's what I'm talking about. So basically, that's one gripe with the movie, is the movie should have been an hour and 45 minutes at the most, and an hour and 30 minutes at the least. Not an hour and 15 minutes, because we had scenes that needed to be expanded upon. And there were a lot of deleted scenes. Believe me, I know. I've been going through the images that Craig Bartlett released on Instagram, and there were a lot of deleted scenes, like a lot. Like, for example, there was a scene that was supposed to happen with Stinky and Harold and Sid on the plane, where they're basically bothering everyone because they're in awe about all this fancy technology, specifically Stinky. But that never made it into the film, and that could have been That could have been character development, and that could have actually gave the other characters to do something. That could have gave them something to do, like actually be there, instead of giving Stinky only 3 lines. Yes, I counted. Stinky only got 3 lines in the entire film. That's it. I praised them for actually using the characters, and the characters were used well. They were actually there compared to Hey Arnold the movie, where they didn't do jack shit and they only made cameos. But they were still pretty much not used at all. And another deleted scene was with the main 4 basically looking down at something while they're on the ship while hanging out. And this was supposed to... I looked at the movie, and this was supposed to take place before Arnold has a talk with Eduardo, which is actually La Sombra. Because I saw down in the corner a little animation detail with Helga, Gerald, and Phoebe all in the same position except without Arnold looking down. But basically, they had the scenes to make it longer, but for some odd reason they didn't use them. Who knows? Who knows why? I guess Nickelodeon's scared that everyone, like all the kids nowadays don't have any they have a short attention span. Like, look now, we just lost a viewer because they're tired of me talking about the runtime and they want me to move on. So I'm gonna move on. And I just expanded upon this a little bit, but my next complaint is the character usage. The characters did not get used very well. The main 4 characters that this movie focuses on are Arnold, Gerald, Phoebe, and Helga, and Phoebe a little loosely. She gets to do something major. I'm glad they finally used Phoebe, but even then, out of the main 4, she's used the least, which I was not surprised at all, because they never actually used her in the series very well, in my opinion. But basically, none of the characters got used. Literally every single kid and adult besides the main 4, La Sombra, kind of Eduardo, the Green-Eyed People, and Arnold's parents, didn't really get to play a role in this movie at all. And you could argue that Big Bob, Miriam, Phil, and Gertrude played a big role. They played a big role by saving all the kids, but they didn't show up in the movie later at all. Like, after that whole fight sequence with the kids, Big Bob, Miriam, Grandpa, and Grandma, and La Sombra's henchmen, Big Bob and Miriam don't appear for the rest of the movie. Like, at all. These characters, they need to be used. They're here not for merchandise, and I doubt they're using them for merchandise, but they're not just here to be here, they're here to be used. Like, for example, Harold, Sid, Stinky, Nadine actually was important a little. Mr. Simmons, what's the cunt's name? Olga, and basically all of La Sombra's henchmen, like the characters that Lane Torren and Jameel Walker-Smith played, they're not important at all, and they're just side characters, and the movie could have done without them. They basically did nothing. They did nothing to add to the movie. Hell, once again, I just said it before, Stinky only got 3 lines. Eugene is another useless character, and all these characters all together probably got around like 15 lines altogether. Harold got the most out of them. They were there for laughs, but they weren't important to the story at all, and I feel like they should have been used. Rhonda for comedic relief was freaking out about the jungle and about Curly and stuff. Curly was there to be crazy, and he did an amazing job. Like that one line La Sombra said, "Mijo, even for us villains, you are too crazy." Like that was gold. Like Curly was there to do one job, and he did it perfectly. Like bravo Curly. Like he highlighted the movie. Brainy was there. He played one important part, and it was from the original plotline of the Jungle movie as well. He was basically there to give Helga confidence once again, and he got kissed by her, and I'm so glad for my boy Brainy. Nadine and Phoebe probably played the most important parts out of all the kids besides the main 4. Well, you count Phoebe in the main 4. That's how the cast counts Phoebe in the main 4. But Nadine and Phoebe were probably really the only important ones in the main 4, besides maybe Brainy. But everyone else, they didn't get to do jack shit. They didn't. Also, where the hell is Lila and Sheena? Where the hell are they? I know Lila isn't in the film because Craig Bartlett wanted it to focus mainly on Arnold and Helga, and they didn't want anyone to get in their way, but they're in that class too. They deserve to go on that ship. Especially Sheena. Like, why wasn't she there? What was the point of her not being there? Like, seriously, I mean, did they feel like they would be doing nothing? Because that's what they did with all the other characters. I mean, I'm making it sound like I hate this movie, but I told you we're gonna start with the bad stuff first. And I love this movie, personally. Like, it's my favorite movie of all time now. And probably until, like, I don't know what, SpongeBob 3? Huh? Like, probably until, like, another movie comes along. But for now, this is my favorite movie of all time. But it is not without its flaws. And, like, where was Lila and Sheena? They should have been there. They're in the class. It's confirmed that they're all still in the same class. It's just they didn't get to go on the trip because plot. They were there at the party. Why didn't they go on the trip? Well, seriously, if you have all these characters who are basically doing nothing, why can't you have more characters do nothing? It would have just been perfect for Lila and Sheena just to go on there. And, like, who are some other characters, like Peapod Kid, and I know they hate Iggy, but he could have gone on that trip as well. Like all the kids from the original 4th grade class should have gone on that trip, except for maybe a few of the background characters. I don't give a shit about them, like Park and stuff like that. They probably couldn't have gone. I mean, I'd understand, but Lila and Sheena were main characters in the show. They should have gone. I know I'm repeating myself now, but I also don't understand why no one likes Lila. That was actually a really bold thing of them to do a story arc in a 90s show. But it was still a good story arc. Her character was really nice. But so far, my only gripes are the runtime being too short and basically the characters not getting to do anything besides the main 4 and the villains and Arnold's parents, of course. So now we move on to my next and probably final gripe. The marketing! This has nothing to do with the actual movie itself. I just want to put this out there. The marketing and the reruns are just god-awful. Like, once again, I'm making this sound like I hate this movie, but I don't. I really love this movie. But the marketing for Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, as well as the treatment it's gotten from the network, as well as international viewing, as well as on-demand, what else was there? Like on-demand marketing, international support, and then copyright claims and stuff like that. Got shit! They just got shit on, okay? Like, the marketing. Like, I'm actually genuinely surprised that they did a better time this around. Like, this time around, they did a better one. They did a better job than the original first, Hey Arnold movie. Which in the first trailer started the trend of them revealing the whole plot in the trailer. They revealed a huge spoiler of Helga confessing her love to Arnold in the trailer. And they made it seem like there's no big deal. Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, on the other hand, did a surprisingly really well job with its marketing, and I'm surprised it didn't spoil anything. Except the very end, I know they used in one of the shots, like the very end of Gerald and Phoebe holding hands, and then Arnold and Helga holding hands, signifying that they're all official relationships now. My voice is hurting from doing this. I know that shot was used in one of the trailers, as well as the spoiler that I leaked, according to Angry Sponge. I mean, it wasn't really a leak. It was an official trailer from Nickelodeon. Revealed that Helga kisses Brainy. That was a huge spoiler. I'm actually genuinely surprised they didn't reveal that Eduardo was actually La Sombra. I'm surprised they didn't reveal that. But the marketing was not as bad as the first movie, but the marketing did a pretty amazing job of getting everyone hyped. The reruns, the international treatment, and the on-demand viewing were awful. There's not a single rerun on the main Nickelodeon channel of Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie until December 1st, and that's going to be it. They're probably not going to air the movie a single time after that, and that's going to piss me off so bad if they don't. For reference, do you remember last year when Legends of the Hidden Temple, the movie, it was a movie reboot of Legends of the Hidden Temple, which was a really old game show, which because of that movie that they like to reference a lot now, because the Loud House has a crossover there, and I really hate that show now. But if you remember way back when the Legend of the Hidden Temple movie first came out, they were hyping up so bad. It was a really god-awful movie, but they were hyping up so much, like on the premiere night, boom, 2 reruns, both with limited commercials, like 2 commercials max between each commercial break. Like, they wanted to get this done. Like, boom, two reruns on the premiere night, like seven reruns all together for the rest of the week. I remember they aired the game show at least once on Nicktoons to hype up the show. Like this movie total got around 20 reruns on all the Nick channels, except Nick Jr., of course, because they don't get involved with anything. But that Legend of the Hidden Temple movie got godlike treatment for a reboot. And then the next major Nickelodeon movie, Albert, that got not as well as treatment as the Legend of the Hidden Temple, but that also got two premieres, like two reruns on its premiere night, both limited commercials, as well as some reruns sprinkled out through the rest of December. It's a Christmas movie. They're going to air it a lot now. And that movie, all in all, got around like 10 reruns throughout the entire month. Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, probably one of the most important Nickelodeon original movies, like TV movies, to air on the actual channel itself. Probably one of the most important, if not the most important, Nickelodeon movie to air on TV, because it just proves that Nickelodeon can listen to the fans, and it proves that they can get better from their struggles with, like, SpongeBob, The Loud House, and sometimes Henry Danger only being on the schedule. It's proven they can rise up from that and actually air good shows. Only gets aired once on its premiere nights on Nickelodeon and Nicktoons. It gets aired 3 times, I think, on Teen Nick. Doesn't air at all for like 2 weeks. December 1st rolls around. It's going to air on Nickelodeon, Teen Nick, and as far as I know, Nicktoons not getting another rerun for a while. And then they're not airing the movie at all. Like, for forever, as far as I know. Like, we don't have any announcement of another rerun besides December 1st. And then the Nickelodeon website, of course, you have to have cable to watch it on nick.com. Or you could buy it on like Amazon, stuff like that. Like, that's expected. Like, you have to have cable to watch nick.com. It's kind of stupid. And basically, they're treating this movie like hot garbage, okay? Like, no reruns at all, no special treatment, no limited commercials, barely any advertisements on actual TV, barely any commercials. I'm scared to know the view count for this movie. Like, I'm genuinely scared, because we're all hyping it up like, oh my god, this movie's going to do super well, and we're going to get another season of Hey Arnold. I highly doubt we're getting another season of Hey Arnold, because of how bad they advertised it on actual TV, and how bad they're treating this movie with reruns and stuff like that. And also, this movie isn't even on demand. It doesn't even get that. I'm serious, the movie's not on demand. Like, here, hold on. I gotta, like, have a DS or something. I'd show you, but I'm scared the stream's gonna do really, like, it's gonna get really bad after this. Ah, fuck it, come on, let's go. If the stream starts lagging, it's probably because I'm moving around, but I'm gonna show you myself. The movie's not on demand at all. If no one's in here. Okay, no one's in here. But this room looks familiar, doesn't it? Anyway, where's the remote? Gotcha. I'm telling you, the movie's not on demand at all. Ew, this remote's sticky. See, hold on. Okay, look, we're on demand right now, okay? Let's go to TV. Oh, TV networks. We're going to scroll down all the way to Nickelodeon. And we're going to go through this. Watch, it's not on... That's Nick and Espanol. It's not on demand at all. I literally searched through all these shows and I could not find it. We got Alvin, No Hey Arnold. The dude... Okay, it's reconnecting. Okay, we're back online. Yeah, we're back online. Anyway, as I was saying, it's not on demand at all. The Dude Perfect show, for some reason, is on here. No Hey Arnold. Game Shakers. No Hey Arnold. The Halo Awards. Like, this is proof that they have stuff from the Thanksgiving weekend on here. No Hey Arnold. Henry Danger. Has the Danger Games, was also aired this weekend. But No Hey Arnold. Lip Battle Shorties for some reason. No Hey Arnold. What the fuck is Mr. Cons? No Hey Arnold. You'd think it'd be on Nick Rewind of all things. You got Hey Arnold here, but not the Jungle Movie. Paradise Run. No Hey Arnold. School of Rock is still a thing for some reason. No Hey Arnold. SpongeBob. No Hey Arnold. The Loud House. No Hey Arnold. Thank God. The Thundermans. No Hey Arnold. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, rest in peace to that show. No Hey Arnold, rest in peace to this show. You had potential. No Hey Arnold. That's it. It's not on demand at all. And if we go to Teen Nick, Teen Nick doesn't even exist anymore on demand. So yeah, Hey Arnold isn't even on demand, okay? Like the Jungle movie, not on demand. I'm gonna go back in here. So you can oh, the camera didn't rotate. You can understand why I'm pretty pissed, okay? Oh, wait, down here, not up there. And my stream, because my sister called me, my stream kinda died. Hope y'all can still watch. How am I looking? How am I looking? Okay, we're good on the stream. But yeah, you can understand why I'm so pissed off. Like, the marketing for the movie itself was horrible when it comes to actual commercials on TV. It's not on demand at all. Like, as it was promised to be on demand, like, you could watch it on demand. In the trailer, you could say you could watch it on Nick Everywhere, and Nick on Demand was one of those things. It's not on demand at all. It's only getting one rerun as far as we know. Like, basically, they're treating this movie like hot garbage, and that really pisses me off. So those are the technically four things that I hate about this movie. It wasn't long enough to suffice for some scenes that needed, not that I wanted to, but needed to be longer. The characters didn't get used right, as most of the characters barely, if not didn't get used at all correctly, considering Stinky Leon got 3 lines, and all the kids besides the main 4 got, 20 lines in total, maybe 25, and 30 is a stretch. And the marketing, advertisement, I haven't even talked about international viewing yet. This movie isn't even out outside of the US and I think the UK and Canada. This movie is not even out. It's not. Like, they don't even have a release date. They just know it's coming in 2018, but they don't even have a release date for the international airing of this movie. Like, they're treating this movie really poorly. But enough about that. So, basically, my main 3 gripes are the runtime, the character usage, and the marketing. And the reruns and the on-demand business and the international problem. But let's talk about the good stuff from this movie. Like, there are generally, thank God, that the positives greatly outweigh the negatives. And my voice hurts just from the negatives. Hopefully the positives get better. Anyway, I have this 5th grade textbook. See how strong I am, actually. Yeah. Like, you want to see how excited I was for this movie? And you want to see how, how pumped I was after it ended, and, how happy I was, this textbook represents how happy I was at the movie. The more it rips, the more happy I was. Fuck. Let's see how happy I can get. That's how happy I was. Like, I was really happy at this movie. This movie didn't disappoint at all. Sure, those 3 problems, and really the only 3 problems with this movie, were big. Also, oh frick, I forgot to mention one thing. The movie was really predictable. But that's just a minor thing, because when you get older, you can kind of predict stuff that happens in kids' cartoons. But the movie was predictable, blah, blah, blah. We already talked about the negatives. Let's get to the positives. This movie did not disappoint. Like what I said earlier, this is my favorite movie of all time right now because it did not disappoint, and because Hey Arnold's my favorite cartoon of all time, if you can judge by the content of this channel. And because, basically, the movie was almost goddamn perfect, save for the nitpicks I had. And most of those were outside sources. Count for 1. I think. Yes. Save for 2, most of those were just because of outside sources. But the movie itself was godlike. It would go down in the history books as possibly the greatest TV movie to ever grace our televisions. The movie was suspenseful. I said earlier that I cried twice in the 3rd act, and that's not a bad thing. Because I was holding up those tears forever. I haven't cried since the movie got announced, because I wanted to save my tears up for the movie. The reunion with Arnold and his parents, although it... I'm dying. I'm dying. I probably shouldn't have been yelling that much. But the reunion with Arnold and his parents was beautiful, although, as I said earlier, for a really long time apparently, it was short and it needed to be longer and less casual. And once again, another complaint with the movie, the status quo it goes back to at the end, with like them just gracing off. But it was a time skip to the end of the summer, though, so whatever. But the reunion with Arnold and his parents was moving and probably one of the greatest, saddest, and most powerful animation moments ever, save for maybe some Disney movies, but that's a Disney staple. Like, it was one of the most powerful animation moments in history. Hands down. The twist of Eduardo actually being La Sombra was predictable, but it still was a pretty powerful twist. And like the tension between Arnold and his friends and their friendship being tested, although they weren't used at all, was really powerful. And I was on the edge of my seat. I was all the way with Arnold, and as well as Helga ripping up her locket, a thing we've seen throughout the entire series, just gone in an instant. And the most genius part of this movie is how the resolution of how to wake up Arnold's parents. Because Arnold's parents caught the sleeping sickness, and it turns out they were asleep for 9 years, leaving Arnold behind. And the genius of this movie, how they solved that, because the Corazon was lost in the river with La Sombra, because La Sombra died, but he took the Corazon with him, as well as the only thing that could, like, possibly, like, find a substitute for the Corazon. And, like, so basically, status quo, I thought status quo was going to happen. They would never wake up Arnold's parents. Like, we got our answer. We figured out what happened to Arnold's parents, but that doesn't mean we're going to get them. I mean, that doesn't mean we're going to get them. That's what I thought. I thought they were just going to go back to status quo, and Arnold wasn't forever going to be... No, the genius they pulled. Helga, because earlier, Brainy put back the lock together. That was the spoiler that I revealed a couple weeks ago. He put the locket back together. Helga kisses him as a thank you. Like, I could just punch you! Mwah! And she just runs on her merry way to go help Arnold. And basically, she uses the locket as a substitute for the Corazon, which, if you don't know, is like a little container for the most prized treasure in the world, the Heart of Gold. And it is the key to healing the sleeping sickness. They use the Heart of Gold, not the Heart of Gold, Helga's locket as a substitute for the Heart of Gold and the Corazon, and basically she basically gives Arnold her locket. Like, she finally shows Arnold her locket. Like, I don't know if this counts as a pure heart, but it's pure in my book, and it's a heart, and maybe we could use this. And Arnold, instead of being creeped out because he fell in love with Helga earlier in the film, I think your heart is more pure than you think. Like, Helga and Arnold kiss, and Arnold goes dreamy for the kiss. Yeah, we're going to talk about that kiss in a minute. And thank you, Pato Lucas, for joining us this stream. Like, that was the most genius thing ever, and I honestly did not see it coming. After they find Arnold's parents, and Arnold thinks they're dead, everyone thinks they're dead, and Eduardo assures them that it's just the sleeping sickness, and they've been asleep this entire time. Like, Helga runs out of the storm like she got a huge idea, and then it cuts the commercial. Like, what the fuck is she gonna do? What is she gonna do? They used the locket, and that's the most genius moment ever! Like, that was genius. Like, none of us saw that coming. None of us saw that coming! And basically, as I said earlier, Arnold fell in love with Helga in the film. And because the heart actually worked, the locket actually worked, Helga basically saves an entire race and Arnold's parents from death, basically. And all the Green Eyes wake up, and can I just say, her official name is Kid Queen. She's a cutie. like not waifu, but like she was probably the best part of the movie. Not the best part, but the best part of, like, the whole green-eyed sequence. She was the best part, speaking a whole nother language, and I wish she had another original name besides Kid Queen. That's her official name. I asked Craig Bartlett himself on his stream. That's her official name. Kid Queen. For the dreamy Arnold wake up, his. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You can't rush these. I'm sorry, Pato Lucas. Please stay. Please don't leave. As I was saying, Arnold's parents wake up, and once again, the reunion I felt was a little short. And it cuts, as Pato Lucas says, the movie fades out, and it cuts to Arnold waking up in his room and discover his parents are cooking. This is a spoiler stream. You can talk about this with me. Like, he wakes up, and we all think, I was scared that it was all just a dream, and I was about to get pissed off, because, like, how the fuck? And then it cuts to a scene we saw at the beginning of the movie with the boarders basically outright complaining, Pookie going on strike and stuff like that. And Arnold thinks it's just a dream, and he begins to cry, and then all of a sudden, Miles and Stella come out of the kitchen with the food, and he just runs up to hug him, and it's the most emotional moment ever, because it wasn't a dream. Arnold finally reunited with his parents. It's the reunion we've all been dreaming of for years. Hell, we've been waiting longer than Arnold to see this reunion. Like, Arnold's only been waiting about 9 years. We've been waiting almost 15 years to reunite with his parents. I just find that funny. And then, of course, as Craig Bartlett promised, the movie starts at the end of 5th grade and ends at the beginning of 6th grade. So it takes place over the whole summer, and we time jump to the end of the summer. And it turns out Arnold's been having that dream all summer, and he's been paranoid that he didn't actually bring his parents home. And he finally accepts, like, oh my god, I actually did it. I brought my parents home after all these years. I can't believe it's real. And so the movie ends with Arnold going to the 6th grade. Gerald and Phoebe are finally a thing, by the way. They're finally a thing. Best part of the movie. Freaking Phoebe with her flirtatious selves, like, see you on the other side. Handsome. Freaking that got me screaming. That was the best part of the whole movie. Like, I'm so glad they're officially a thing, and this is another reason why I don't want the Patakis to happen, and I'll explain that later after we get our final thoughts on this. But Gerald and Phoebe are a final thing. Arnold and Helga are finally a thing, and the movie ends with Arnold's mom and dad walking the main floor to school, and they say they'll wait right there for him, and the movie ends with that little jungle tune, like, and then the door's shut, and the movie ends, and that is the so far end of Hey Arnold. Once again, besides the 30 minutes it took to go over the negatives, the positives, trust me, the positives greatly outweigh the negatives. Once again, my only gripes with this movie were the advertising, the scheduling, the reruns, the lack of international support, the on-demand problem, which they really need to fix. The lack of character usage, the lack of Lila and Sheena for some reason, as well as the runtime. Those are the only gripes, but trust me, the positives greatly outweigh the negatives. The positives, basically Gerald and Phoebe as a whole. I didn't talk about Curly. I did talk about Curly. He was there for one job, and he went crazy, and he scared even the villains. Curly, probably the best part of the useless characters. He was the best part. It was emotional. I think I already said that. I cried twice. The love between Arnold and Helga. The genius of Helga's locket being used instead of the corazon. Gerald and Phoebe finally getting together, and their kiss was better than Arnold and Helga's kiss. Am I right, lads? I'm just kidding. No. But Gerald and Phoebe's kiss, once again, sadly, was revealed in the trailer, and that kind of ticked me off. What else is there? Like, there are many positives. Like, for the twists, like, there's a lot of death in this movie. They weren't afraid to show death at all. The reunion between Arnold and his parents. We finally learned that Arnold's last name is Shortman, which was kind of revealed in an outside source, but we finally got an official reveal. We learned that basically there's new pets now. If you don't know, like, there's a sign outside the boarding house that says no kids, pets okay, and almost every time Arnold opens the door, the pets come rushing out. There are new pets. There's a butterfly, a snake, a monkey, and what else was there? A snake, a monkey, a bat. The bat was new. It was a butterfly, a snake, a monkey, and what else was there? I swear there were 4 of them. Like, could someone please tell me in the chat? Like, I swear there were 4 of them. It was the butterfly, the monkey, the snake. What was there? This is really gonna bother me. Oh my god. Like, this is really gonna bother me. Like, really? Hold on. The fuck? The fuck? No? Did I give permission for this to happen? In his room. Okay. Ugh. I hate it when they do this. Like, I hate how a feature in YouTube Kids is where you can automatically connect to the YouTube app in any TV without their consent. So basically my little sister fucked up the stream. So if you want, like, my little sister fucked up the stream. There's no way around that. But yes, there are new pets in the boarding house. There was a butterfly, a snake, a monkey. What was the last one? Oh my god, this is gonna bother me. Here, hold on. Why don't we just look it up? Hold on. Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie. Ending. Sorry for the awkward silence. I'm just trying to figure out what those fucking pets were. Like, seriously.
I'm starving over here, starving. Make me a sandwich, old man. Crispy fries and a tofu burger for me, please. And step on it.
And step on it.
Breakfast.
Like, okay, he begins to cry. Well, hold on.
Go on an adventure today. I read that the City Botanical Gardens has a new rainforest exhibit. Sounds cool.
I don't know if this clip is going to show it.
It's actually the first day of school. Oh, of course. We knew that.
Sure. We're hit.
Come on, Abner.
Sigh. Okay. This is really gonna ruffle my feathers. What was... Oh, Cyberspark reviewed this movie. What was... Seriously? Okay, here we go. Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie ending. We're gonna find out what these pets were. God damn it! We got a playlist. Fuck. 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 Okay, we're never gonna figure out what those fucking pets were, okay? I'll figure it out after the stream. But that's really gonna piss me off how I don't know what pets were, Okay, but the point is the positives outweigh the few. So what did I truly think of this movie? Once again, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite movie of all time so far. And should there be a season 6? That's the question on everyone's mind now that the movie is actually out and we all watched it and we've seen the ending. Should there / will there / what other / should there be? / do we need? Okay, yeah, that kind of falls under should. So, should there and will there be a season 6 of Hey Arnold? That's what everyone's been asking me. That they've been truly asking me on my opinion on that. We talked about it in the stream I did with Angry Sponge. And should there be a season 6? Do I think there should be a season 6? I'm still kind of iffy on that. Actually, no, I'm giving my definitive answer right now. I do think there should be a season 6. A season 6 of Hey Arnold, because the ending of the movie, if that wasn't teasing a season 6, I don't know what will. But he's starting the 6th rating, and we have a synopsis from Craig himself on if there was a season 6, like, if Hey Arnold did continue in series form, what the series will be about. We'd basically watch them grow, and like, eventually we'd see them become teenagers if it went on for long enough. Like, it'd be basically going in real time, the characters would actually age up. And that falls under this next question. Should we get another failed Hey Arnold project that was canceled by Viacom? Should we get the Patakis to come out next? No, we should not. We should get Hey Arnold Season 6 because of that synopsis that Craig gave us, saying that they'd age up as the show progresses, and we'd basically watch them grow, and we'd watch them become teenagers and stuff. And we should not get the Patakis just because of that synopsis. And I think we need the Patakis, and because if the Patakis happen, that means Arnold would have to move away, once again, as I said earlier, and Helga and Arnold actually finally came together. They fell in love, and they're together now, and we don't want that, do we? Like, you guys really aren't looking into what would happen if we actually got the Patakis. That would throw off so much. You don't know how much it would throw off. We don't need the Patakis, but we need a season 6. Do I think there will be a season 6? That's the thing I'm iffy about. I honestly don't think we're going to get a season 6 anytime soon. Due to the fact, once again, as I said earlier, it was a major part of this review stream, is the marketing and the treatment that this movie is getting by Nickelodeon and Viacom. Like, it's barely getting shown at all, and that's probably a sign that the movie didn't do as well as they wanted it to. Though I highly doubt that, because the Hey Arnold fans alone, probably got around 5 million views in there. Or 2 million, who knows. But it shouldn't be watched just by Hey Arnold fans. The goal, Craig set this goal himself, get as much 6 to 11-year-olds as you can to watch this movie. Get as much of them as you can, because that's the target audience for a series, and that will truly determine whether we get another series or not. And from the looks of it, not that much 6 to 11-year-olds watched the Jungle movie. It was mostly Hey Arnold fans. From what I can gather, from, reviews and stuff, and from stuff on Instagram, from what I can gather. I also don't know how they can tell whether a 6 to 11-year-old is watching it. Who knows? So, do I think we should get a season 6? Definitely, because of the ending of the movie was basically implying that we're open for more adventures if you're game. But this is closure, but this is closure, but not a definite ending, as Olivia Hatt put it. We're done for now, but we're open for more if you're game. That's basically what the ending of the Jungle movie was. But yeah, I don't think we're getting a season 6. I really don't. If you want my honest opinion, I really don't think we're getting season 6 of Hey Arnold. Unless, until we get a definitive answer on how many people actually watch this damn movie, we're just don't get high hopes, okay? Just don't, okay? Let it be a surprise. I always look at things negatively because I want it to actually be a surprise when things happen positively. So that's what I'm going to do now. I honestly don't think we're getting a season 6. However, until the actual view count, until the actual view count comes out, we don't know. And they don't know either. We just don't know. So what would I give Hey Arnold the Jungle movie? I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's still a great movie. And if you look past the few negatives, and if you wanted it to focus on all the characters instead of just 4 and technically really 3 of the kids, then you're probably not going to enjoy this movie as much as everyone else, but you're probably still going to like it as a Hey Arnold fan. But if Rhonda was your favorite character or something like that, or Phoebe was your favorite character and she didn't really get used, if Phoebe was your favorite character, don't worry, she actually gets some screen time. But if like Harold was your favorite character, or Stinky was your favorite character or something, you're probably not going to enjoy this movie as much as everyone else, because the characters weren't used at all. And I'm really sorry for the few Lila fans out there, such as myself, who didn't actually get to see her shine in her new design and in this like HD graphics. And that really still pisses me off how Lila and Sheena weren't included in this trip. But what are your thoughts on Hey Arnold the Jungle movie? As a subscriber and member of my Team Millie, of the Team Millie army, I'm pretty sure you like this movie, unless you were one of the few who like let the bad stuff get to you and like how do you put it? Like didn't like the movie. Unless you didn't like the movie, then I'm sorry, but I respect your opinion, and I'm not gonna block you just for not liking Hey Arnold the Jungle movie. Because trust me, there were flaws, but I managed to overlook them. Once again, I personally give this a 9 out of 10. And I really hoped we did get a Season 6, but once again, I highly doubt we're getting Season 6. I really don't hope we get the Patakis. Oh yeah, speaking of the Patakis, one thing I should mention is that the Patakis are homeless. They're homeless. Like, they lost their house because the beepers don't sell anymore, and they now live in Big Bob's Super Beeper Emporium. It's quite sad if you think about it. But anyway, what are your thoughts about this movie? If any of you are still here, which as I'm looking currently at the toaster head icon, none of you are still here. But that doesn't matter, because some of y'all saw my opinion on this. Oh, the peak of this stream was at the beginning when I was talking about the negatives, and I'm quite positive y'all think I hate this movie with all my heart, and I really don't. I love this movie. Just, I was talking about the negatives first. But once again, that's going to be all for this stream, and I'll come out with a video explaining why the channel is going to go on hiatus for a little bit, and why there's mostly going to be streams from now on. But look on the bright side, because the channel is going to hiatus, I can focus on Millie Tales of the Void, Circle and Square the movie, as well as a new World of Millie movie that's coming out soon. But that's not about this, it's about Hey Arnold. So, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care. How do I turn it off?